So how is everybody? I'm in a pretty good mood myself. My wife has just won $1,500 on the instant teller machine out in the lobby, so she's not going to be coming back to Las Vegas anytime soon. Las Vegas at Christmas time really puts you in that holiday mood too, doesn't it? Nothing kind of brings out the true spirit of Christmas more than watching old women in electric wheelchairs play 3 slot machines at one time. And that's what Christmas is all about right there. I love coming out here rodeo week. I come rodeo week every year. I'm kind of addicted to it now. I'm ordering those Bull Nanza tapes off of TNN on Sunday nights. I like rodeo. I figure anybody that climb on the back of a 3,000-pound snot-slinging animal to win a belt buckle might be a redneck. So, and I love the crowd that comes for rodeo week. I got to share this story with you. This couple yesterday, they stopped me in the lobby, and the guy says to me, he said, "I know you've probably heard every redneck thing that's ever been told." And in my mind, I was thinking, well, maybe, but I like talking to people. He said, "But we swore if we ever ran into you, we were going to share this story with you." He said, "Last Thanksgiving, when we went to my wife's family's house, her brother got his nipple bitten off by a beaver." And I said, "You have my attention." That's not one of those stories you can walk away from at that point. You're almost required to say, "How did that happen?" And so I said that, and the guy told me, he said, well, apparently he was driving down the road and a beaver ran out in front of the car, and he and his buddy hit it with the car. And in the conversation that followed, they decided that they needed to get this thing and take it to the taxidermist because they didn't know anybody that had a stuffed beaver in their house. So the guy climbed down in the ditch, and she said he picked the beaver up by the tail, and he told his buddy, he goes, "Look at him, he ain't even cut up or bloody or nothing." And apparently nothing is the word that brings beavers back to consciousness. And at that point, the animal lurched onto his chest. I told them, I said, that's probably the only time in history that the headline of the paper could include the words beaver and nipple and nobody would be offended by it. So when you think you've heard everything, you haven't. Oh, I want to thank the folks here at the Hilton. They have put me up in the fanciest hotel room I've ever been in. In my bathroom, next to the toilet, there is a telephone with 2 lines. You don't need to talk to anybody that bad. I mean, if you really think about it, it's kind of an insult. It's like, "Hey, George, yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about you and doing a little paperwork. Thought I'd give you a call. Hold on, I got somebody on the other line." Somehow I just cannot imagine women would use the telephone next to the toilet like that. You notice I say women, not men. Men do. Ever since the cordless phone was invented, some nights I can be talking to my brother on the phone, 15 minutes into the conversation you hear, "Was that a flush? You've been on the toilet the whole time? We've been talking about Mom, man." But my family, we're not the most sophisticated bunch on this planet. And that's always kind of been my definition of redneck. You know, when I do interviews and people say, "What do you mean when you say somebody might be a redneck?" My definition of redneck, it is a glorious absence of sophistication. That's all it is. And it can be full-time or part-time, but most of us here tonight are guilty of that at some point in our lives. And it doesn't matter where you live in this country, it doesn't matter how much money you got, anybody can be a redneck. Because Elvis had a lot of money. I think anybody's ever taken a tour of Graceland has reached the jungle room and had the thought, "Woo, you can't give rednecks cash. Oh, we love the songs, E, but you should have left the carpet on the floor, buddy." But if you accept that definition, a glorious absence of sophistication. A while back, I read an article in the New Yorker magazine, and the woman that had written it was complaining, saying that our country suffered from a shortage of sophisticated people. And I took that to mean that our country had an abundance of people like me and my family and friends. So I really started thinking about the differences between sophisticated people and rednecks. And let me tell you, y'all, there's a bunch of them. Like, sophisticated people will invest their money in stock portfolios, whereas rednecks invest our money in commemorative plates. Yeah, that's the Legends of NASCAR series right there. Probably our personal favorite, Richard Petty hugging his mama. I can't hardly look at him without crying. There's Dale Earnhardt. He ain't been in a wreck. It's just a little ketchup left over on his forehead. See, rednecks thinks mutual funds means everybody's having a good time. We got the lottery in Georgia where I'm from, and it's gotten to the point, it's so funny, when it first came out, people played it all the time. Now, people won't play it anymore till it gets up to like $80 or $90 million. This past summer, one day I'm in the convenience store. There was a guy in front of me in line. He's got on painter's pants covered in tar. Got work boots covered in tar. He has tar in his hair. He asked the clerk, he goes, "How much the lottery this week?" She said, $16 million. He went, "Oh, hell, just give me a Slurpee." I guess $16 million couldn't make a dent in your Pinto payment there, Rocco, could it? This boy needs some cash here. Sophisticated people go to auctions. Rednecks, we go to yard sales. And the difference is at auctions, the sale price is working its way up. Not at a yard sale. No, at a yard sale, you got enough patience, you can get a house full of furniture for $1.25. I love yard sales too. My wife and I get up early on the weekend so we can beat other people to yard sales. These people are getting rid of junk they don't want out of their garage. We're out there digging through it like we're going to find the Holy Grail. Excuse me, what is this? Oh, those are Tupperware lids that have been warped in the dishwasher. They're 8 for a dime. What are we going to do with warped Tupperware lids? I'll give you a nickel for them. We don't really want them. We just need some stuff for the yard sale we're having next weekend. You know what stuff I found sells the best at yard sales? Shiny stuff. I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I'm convinced rednecks are attracted to shiny objects. We are. Think about it. Beer cans, fishing lures, UFOs. And if you really think about it, most of the people that see UFOs have been using fishing lures and holding beer cans. So actually there's a connection there. We do like shiny stuff. That's why we stop at Hubcap City. That's why bass boats have a glitter finish. Anybody ever seen a yacht with a glitter finish? No, but they put that bass boat out in the sun. Hell, we'll give them our life savings. And what we don't spend on the boat, we will spend on accessories to go in it. Because that's one thing rednecks can do. We can accessorize a vehicle. Be out there on the lake going, "See that thing right there, Bobby? It's what they call a depth finder. See, what that does, that sends an electronic pulse to the bottom of the lake to tell you how deep you are at any given point. See, right now, you and I are cruising at 3 feet. Watch this. Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Well, hell, I could have stuck my leg over the side and saved you $700. Well, I know, but sometimes you got to work and I got to fish by myself. See, that way I know how deep it is. Sophisticated people play chess. Rednecks can amuse ourselves for hours with a sheet of bubble wrap. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, for God's sakes, Joe, let the kids play with it a while. You're going to be late to work. Sophisticated people go to restaurants that require reservations. Rednecks, we go to restaurants that require we drive around to the second window. And hey, could you supersize them fries for the little woman? It's our anniversary. See, sophisticated people, they want to hide their money, whereas rednecks, we like to show ours off. That's why we put everything we own out in the front yard. Let the world know how good we're doing. And I have found rednecks that have a lot of money will actually buy stuff just for the yard. Like those ceramic deer statues. Rednecks without money drive by and shoot at them. Yeah, it was tougher than hell, but we ate it. Louise had to marinate that thing over 6 months. Still tasted like concrete.